I'm currently watching Luke from Celios Network open up the box of Brilliant Stars in the ETB that the Pokemon Company had sent him, and all it's doing is, one, making me mess up. This is the third time I'm recording this, because the first time I didn't hit record, the second time I was stumbling over my words because I'm too busy watching it over on my phone, because the pulls are just incredible, and it's making me want to open these packs so bad. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and while the rest of us might not have Brilliant Stars just yet, even though pre-releases do start as early as tomorrow, February 12th, in order to get your booster boxes and stuff, you do have to wait until the 25th, which is... oh, it feels so far away. It feels so far away. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and play some Pokemon. We're going to be playing a Zacian V deck that, if it's not exactly Joshua Suntherland's list, it's very close. Joshua's like the person who has kept Zacian in the spotlight, and recently it has jumped up into a top tier deck, and it's always been really good, but Joshua's like the person who's been placing with it just consistently, and so a ton of credit to him for, you know, sticking with the deck so and being so committed to it. I respect that as someone who kind of sticks to their own type of deck. But anyway, let's go hop into some gameplay. But before we do, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, all that kind of stuff. Tells YouTube this is a good channel and other people should watch it, blah, blah, blah. At 1,000 subscribers, you're going to be doing a massive giveaway, probably way too big of a giveaway, but we're doing it anyway. We're giving away a first edition Gym Challenge pack, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to win that, then be sure to subscribe. If you don't believe me, I have it right here, and we're going to be giving away this sealed first edition pack, so go subscribe, help a dude out, and get some cool stuff in the process. Now let's go hop over to PTCGO for some gameplay. So the deck list is pretty simple. I mean, we are running 4 Zacian Vs. This is our primary attacker. It has the Intrepid Sword ability, which you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of them are basic metal energies, you can attach them directly to Zacian V and put the rest in your hand. However, if you use this ability, your turn ends. We also have another Pokemon Zacian, Zamazenta V, with the Dauntless Shield attack, which prevents all damage to this Pokemon from your opponent's VMAX attacks. It also has the Assault Tackle attack. Did I say Assault Tackle attack? The Assault Tackle attack does 130 damage, but you get to discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So, and we didn't talk about Zacian's attack, but Brave Blade 230, and it hits like an absolute truck, but you can't use Brave Blade 2 turns in a row, so, you know, something to consider. What we do have is 4 copies of Switch to help us reset that attack. So what we do is we attach an Air Balloon to a Zamazenta or to an Oranguru, and then we can switch into that Pokemon with the Air Balloon or into another Zacian, whatever has an Air Balloon, manually retreat, and then continue to attack with Brave Blade. Because if the Pokemon that can't attack or can't use a specific attack, if they use that, go to the bench and then come back into the active, that effect does reset. So we'll be able to attack consistently with Brave Blade by using that kind of strategy. Now, you might have noticed that 3 Metal Energies is kind of a difficult requirement, right? It's going to take a long time to reach. We do have a ton of Metal Energies, so that when we Intrepid Sword in those early turns, we're more likely to hit a Metal Energy or 2. We also have the manual attachment for turn, and we also have Metal Saucer, which lets us attach a Metal Energy from our discard to one of our benched Metal Pokemon. So it's an easy way to start setting up secondary attackers. Oranguru is a really interesting card because it has the Primate Wisdom ability, which lets you switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. Now we can kind of force maybe Metal Energies onto the top of the deck so that when we Intrepid Sword, they automatically get accelerated to that Zacian, or we can save a card that maybe we want to Marnie or research, but we don't want to get rid of something, so we can go ahead and put it to the top of our deck, and then either research or Marnie and preserve that card. We also have Rotom Phone, which does the same thing as Primate Wisdom, just now as an item. And that's pretty much the deck. We got 4 copies of Boss, so we can take those easy 2 prize knockouts, some Marnie and research for draw support, Cape of Toughness to really beef up the health of our Pokemon, right, and adds 50 health to basic Pokemon, and we only run basic Pokemon. The last thing is Crystal Cave for a little bit of healing to add to that level of bulk, but the real reason is this for adding Crystal Cave is to bounce Path to the Peak, because our deck kind of relies on those abilities, especially when we're trying to wall Pokemon VMAX with Zamazenta, or in those early turns when we're really trying to get some energies and get some cards into our hand. We can go ahead and use Intrepid Sword with Path to the Peak in play and kind of stop both of those abilities, so Crystal Cave, just to get rid of Path so that we can continue to work on our gameplay. So that's the deck. I'm not particularly good with this kind of deck because I don't play it very often, but let's see how it does. Alright, going into the first game, let's see how we do here. Again, just because I play poorly with this deck, or I have a couple of bad games, if that is the case, does not mean that this or any other deck is bad. It just means that I lost that game, or I didn't do well that game. And our opponent elected to go second, which is interesting. We do only have 8 Pokemon, and while they are all basic, I mean, it's pretty possible that we're going to mulligan once or twice. So let's see how many times we do actually mulligan. We only have to take 1, that's not too bad. We'll go Zamazenta. We'll see if we can make something happen here. We get an Air Balloon. We don't really need that Air Balloon. So we can attach 1, and we'll Primate Wisdom 1 here. I probably should have started the Oranguru. That would have been smart. And we'll just go ahead and Intrepid Sword. No Metal Energies to accelerate, but that's okay. Yeah, I probably should have started the Oranguru to add the Air Balloon to it, but... And it looks like we're going against Rapid Strike Malamar, which is not ideal for what we want to be going against, since they are a 1 prize deck. Oh man, that's going to be a tough matchup. Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, we might be better off attacking with Zamazenta, because we can attack every turn, whereas Zacian we're kind of forced into switching. Oh, and they have Skiploon, so they can double attack. Very interesting. That is super interesting. Let's Rotom Phone, see if we can find anything we want. Do we want the Metal Energy? Yeah, we'll Metal. And then we'll Primate Wisdom here. We'll drop. We'll drop. And then we'll research. And then we can Metal Saucer and attach. There we go. And we'll bounce their stadium. We'll go ahead and dump this. We'll get another Oranguru. We'll put the research on top so that we have it in case they decide they want a Marnie, which we get a Marnie of our own. And I think we're okay to just go ahead and attack. Just start taking prizes. We kind of don't have much else to do here. We got a couple of Air Balloons in place, so a switch would be pretty nice. We don't run things like Crobat, so I can't discard that Rotom Phone to go ahead and get a Crobat to draw a bunch of cards. I don't have Lumineon V, mostly because at the time of recording it's not available, since it is coming in Brilliant Stars. So we just kind of have to hope that they don't have much, or they don't have a real way of knocking us out. That would be a little unfortunate. We've kind of committed to this Zacian, even though earlier I said we probably want to attack with Zamazenta. So they are going to go ahead and show 4 cards from their hand. Not enough to take the KO though. And they don't really do anything else. They don't attach, they don't evolve. So we're just going to go ahead and Crystal Cave for the heal. Not that I don't think it really matters too much. We'll go ahead and Primate Wisdom this research to kind of see what we can do that a few times. We get a Metal Energy, so we will go ahead and attach here. We have one in the discard, so let's see if we can Rotom Phone for a... Okay. We can get the Switch. The Switch is pretty good. And we'll put the Quick Ball, so this way we can... We'll go here. Retreat. I don't necessarily want to Marnie because I want to force them into having to play their supporter. If I Marnie and give them more stuff, then... And we get another Metal Energy. So we're already 2 attacks in. Feeling pretty good. If we go ahead and attach this Metal Energy to our Zamazenta, find a Metal Saucer, we'll be in good shape. I don't know if that was a top deck or if they had it, but man, that would have been pretty unfortunate. Now they can search for like a Corona's Focus. That would be a pretty good supporter to have. And they will go ahead and take the knockout. So when they do knock out the Zacian, I will promote the Oranguru since it has the Air Balloon. And I know earlier I Primate Wisdom the research back into the deck. It's because at the moment I didn't really need it, and I didn't. I'd rather keep it for later and try to then draw into it than lose it or keep it in my hand or play it unnecessarily. I didn't feel like I really needed it. So, but maybe it would have been better to do the Marnie because then I still could have researched. Either way, I have a draw supporter for next turn. To go ahead and get the Evolution Incense. What do they have in their hand? They have a Scoop Up Net, so they could do it again to get the Corona's Focus. They kind of had the 2 things they needed, really. So maybe Marnie would have been a decent option. You just never know, unfortunately, when your opponent's hand is just 1 card. And they're going to go with Bruno to get 7 cards. And one of them better be in energy, otherwise they're in a lot of trouble. Because I am going to Marnie this turn. If they don't, oh, they just concede. They must have not had the energy. That's so rough. Oh my god, that's so tough. Let's try one more quick game, see how we do. We might be going against a Mew deck, which would not be ideal because they are super fast. And we might, sometimes we need a turn or 2 to set up. Our opponent's going to go first. So yeah, they got the Mew deck box, the sleeves. We have no basic Pokemon again, an Espeon coin. So kind of looking like they probably play Mew, though it's never a guarantee just because they have specific sleeves. We do start, okay, so this time we're going to be a little smarter and start the Oranguru. And we'll see what we're up against. I mean, I bet money it's Mew, but... and of course, sure. So we'll see how to handle Mew. We'll go ahead and drop this. I don't think they play any Tool Scrappers, so let's get rid of one of these Metal Energies. And we can get, oh, a Quick Ball is really nice. And now we can Primate Wisdom this Metal Energy. And we'll Quick Ball this one. We'll get a Zamazenta. And I think... I mean, all they have to do is attach at least a Sparkle, and they're knocking out the Zamazenta. And yeah, that's pretty much all we can do right now. So they can't boss and Sparkle, so we're safe for the turn. So we'll see what they end up doing. They get another Mew. They don't have any Genesects in play just yet, but I'm sure that's likely to change. There's the manual attachment. Cross Fusion Strike. Wow. This got interesting. So we're obviously going to promote the Zamazenta. Man, I did not see that coming. Marnie? we'll put down another Zamazenta Intrepid Sword. We'll get one, and then we'll leave the other. Obviously, there's no point in having 4 energies attached to it. So they could boss, and they can't Technoblast. But they can start setting up these 2. So let's see. That would be all of their special energy. So one of them must be prized or in their hand. And it was in the hand. So they're just going to go ahead and retreat now, and they get the knockout on... Yeah, this is... Oh my god. Even without Genesect, Mew is still doing A-okay. I mean, I did Marnie them into that hand, so maybe I shouldn't have, but... They are proving a point here. I mean, I'll take the counter KO, but... They're going to take a knockout on this. I mean, they might not be able to knock out the Zacian unless they get a Genesect in play and a Power Tablet. So that Metal Saucer is really nice. Because now we can Metal Saucer attach. And, oh no, we can't Metal Saucer because it has to be to bench. So they have to not... Okay, never mind. They knock us out now because sure, they have it. Sure. Even when they don't have the Genesect, they have it. It's... Oh my gosh. It's insane to me. I'm sure they'll draw another Genesect and then be able to draw 4 more cards. I knew it. I knew it! Yeah, sure. Might as well. Might as well, yeah. There. Oh, we had the Cape of Toughness, so they don't knock us out. That is nice. So, what do I do here? I can attach one, but I can't. I don't have a Metal Energy in the discard. And if I retreat, then the Metal Saucer goes to the wrong Pokemon. But I kind of want to get this out of the active. But it's like, oh man, this is so tough. Do I research first? Do I boss up something else? What would I even boss up? They're already down 2 Fusion Strike energies. So I feel like Assault Tackle will be really big here. Oh man. Alright. We'll just do it. And then just research. See what we can find. Of course there's the Switch. Why wouldn't there be? I should have Intrepid Sword, but they can't hit us with the Mew V Max. They have to go into the Mew V. They're gonna boss his orders. Okay, fine. They're gonna Rose Tower. They'll take the KO here. They'll still have 1 prize left. I have the Zamazenta. And they have that other Mew. So I think my plan is to boss up this Mew and hit it with Assault Tackle. I won't be able to knock it out, but at the very least, I mean, they had the Shred Attack, Max Miracle. It's not affected by... God, so yeah, even with Zamazenta, it doesn't matter because they can just go right through it because Mew has every tool in the world. I hate it. I hate it so much. There's nothing I can do. And I'll boss this up. Not that it really matters too much. We'll just assault tackle and get the energy out of... It does not matter because they just ignore abilities. So... I can't stand Mew. I really can't. Whoever made this, they messed up. Double colorless energy, which means double turbo energy, is going to allow you to, in one turn, you're going to be able to use Cross Fusion Strike. So that means you can attach Elisa Sparkle to 2 other Pokemon and then start setting them up. And it's way too strong. Way too strong. I feel like they haven't even used any switch outs either, so I can't even like try to boss something. Then I did Crystal Cave. It doesn't, I don't think it really matters. I only have 180 health left anyway, but I guess they have to have the power tablets, right? They're already down 2. They hit the Cramomatic, sure, so they can go ahead and get their other power tablet. So that'll bring them to 160. They have to have... Oh, never mind, because they have the Escape Rope. So I should not have benched the Oranguru. It still wouldn't have mattered because it's a 3-shot on Mew, and they would have had the time to do what they needed. That's just so stupid. So there you have it, a little bit of a shorter video today, just kind of playing with what is normally a good deck. It's just Mew ruins the fun for literally everything. Shred, Free Retreat, can copy any attack, Energy Acceleration, Extreme Draw. It has every kind of thing. It's just not fun to play against, and it's really... I personally feel like it kind of ruins standard format a little bit. Evolving Skies format for me was so much more fun because there were so many different decks. Like every tournament there were 10 different decks that were making top 16, or like sometimes even 12 different decks making top 16 frequently. And now it's just a lot of Mew, a lot of Jolteon, a lot of Gengar, and it's like, it's really kind of stale. It's really boring, and I do not enjoy playing with Mew as popular as it is. I mean, you're looking at somewhere between 17 and 20% of the meta is Mew. That means nearly 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 decks are going to be Mew. That's just so much Mew, and when it has the potential that it does, it just makes it not fun. So really not looking forward to how it gets even better with Choice Belt, Ultra Ball, and Double Turbo Energy. It's going to be unstoppable, I think, to a degree. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for listening to my little soapbox rant, if you will. Whoever designed Mew Fusion Strike system stuff, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.